Welcome to this episode of exciting content. Today we will unveil how Garona communicates with orcs. The old orc is worried this half-orc will flip sides, so he threatens her to keep quiet. Garona chooses to ignore the old orc's threats and chats away with Lothar, making the old orc stomp his feet in frustration. The old orc, fed up, attacks Garona, but Lothar's timely arrow sends him to rest in peace. Garona is brought before the king. Compared to other orcs, she looks like a total goody two-shoes. The king doesn't lock her up, but instead lets her roam the throne room. He even shows her the map on the ceiling. Garona doesn't hesitate to disclose the orc invasion starting point, probably worried about being abused again. The king learns that Golden opened the dark portal with fell magic, but who gave him that idea remains a mystery. Golden has been on a rampage, taking human lands and capturing tons of people to use as fuel for fell magic. Garona learned the human language from captured civilians, and the king realizes she's a sorry soul who's been through a lot. The king promises to help Garona gain freedom in the human world, but she's not overly hopeful. Growing up in an orc camp, Garona faced high standards from the orcs about her appearance. Being a half-orc and half-Draenei, she was not welcomed by either side, truly a big orphan. Her life has been like a tragic play, always overshadowed by loneliness and discrimination. She knows the only way to change her fate is to rely on herself. The king's promise feels like just hot air. The queen, empathetic, suggests Garona live peacefully in Azeroth, where there's no conflict, only peace. Meanwhile, the injured Blackhand and Durotan return to the Horde, only to get a scolding from Golden. The retreat was labelled a huge disgrace for the orcs. What a slap in the face. As the second in command, Blackhand has to take all the blame and face his execution, while other orcs stay quiet. Blackhand thrusts his arm into the fell flames, while Durotan thinks he can't just stand by and watch himself destruct. Durotan acts quickly and smashes the infected flesh, halting the spread of the fell magic. Bodden is absolutely furious about Durotan's intervention, but he has no choice but to concede. Bodden's anger cools down a bit, as he plans to see through this whole drama by tonight. For the sake of his family, he has to endure and wait for the opportunity to arrive. Durotan finds his buddy, the hammer, and spills his worries about the future. Since the orcs crossed through the dark portal, their iron hooves have trampled Azeroth into chaos. The orcs just wanted to settle down, but ended up sparking a war. Golden's shadow changed everything, polluting their home and forcing the orcs into war. Durotan sees the brutal actions of other clans and thinks, this is not the honor I signed up for. The soldiers show no mercy to captured girls, and Durotan realizes the orcs' original intent is long gone. The shadow of fell magic looms over all of Azeroth, and Durotan knows he must stop Golden, or they can't go back. He knows this path is tough, but someone indeed has to face it with courage. Durotan plans to team up with humans and other races to form a strong alliance against Golden. The orcs must gain recognition from humans to rebuild their home, which is truly a daunting task. Garona leads Lothar and others closer to Golden's base, where the second dark portal is under construction. Once the dark portal is completed, humans will become energy sacrifices. The situation is dire. Lothar decides to return and inform the king, while Khotgar stays behind to keep an eye on Garona. Durotan sees his moment and quickly appears to capture Khotgar, ensuring he won't cast any spells. This is the second time little Khotgar has been silenced, and then Durotan explains his plan to Garona. They choose to meet in the Black Rock Mountains, which Durotan thinks is a safer place. Garona hopes to join the Frostwolf clan after the mission, but Durotan suggests she stays in human society. In the Stormwind Kingdom meeting, leaders from various clans gather to discuss, putting immense pressure on King Anna. Each clan refuses to provide troops, only wanting to save themselves. How selfish and heartbreaking. The discussion reaches a deadlock, compelling the king to interrupt the meeting. Shortly after, Lothar and Garona return to Stormwind to report their intel. The king thinks teaming up with Durotan is a rare opportunity, but others have their doubts. Garona puts her life on the line to vouch for Durotan and eases everyone's concerns. At this point, The insightful queen notices Garona's awkward situation and decides to gift her sword for self-defense. Just as they are about to leave, Guardian Medivh unexpectedly shows up with a surprising revelation.